Hello and welcome to the show. I am here today on Car Mechanic Simulator. It's been an awful long time actually since I've played this particular game. However, there is a new DLC and one that immediately caught my interest. You see, while I am personally not a particular fan of BMW, no problem, but never been my particular favourite cars. However, of the BMWs, I do have three favourites. One is the 635 CSI, which we have got in the game. One is the M1 Procar, which we have also got in the game, which is a very, very unusual, I say an unusual race car, but very, very cool race car. The other one is the 850 CSI, which sadly we don't have. There are 4 cars with this DLC. 2002 Turbo is also included, as is an M3, a more modern M3. I'm not that fussed about the M3, to be honest. The fact that they have got, of my 3 favourite BMWs, they've got 2 of them, is very, very good going. So I was interested in this DLC. We've got the 635 here. This was an auction, one of the scrap auctions. And I mean, a lot of the engine. So I haven't touched this game for quite a long time. But a lot of the engines for these are all custom jobs. While the running gear is basically the generic Car Mechanic Simulator running gear, a lot of the engines themselves are all custom. Of course, the bodies of the vehicles look pretty good. So we're today going to be restoring this poor M1 Procar. The fenders come off. I have not taken those off, apparently, very well. Do the back ones come off? Nope. Did I get the front one? Yes, I did. One side I did. Right. I've got to remember what I'm doing. It's been a while since I've played this game. Where is the welding tool to try and make the bodywork shiny? I probably should have cleaned the car. Right, welder. Yes, let's go and let's go and sort out the Procar. I guess we can clean the car afterwards. Right, if we use the equipment, do I want to repair? Yep, I absolutely do want to do that as good as possible. I feel like fixing up the chassis, I feel like it would cost a bit more. However, how much did I pay for this? I didn't get that window out either. God damn, didn't notice that. How much did I pay for this car from the auction? I cannot remember. I think there is a way to actually check. If we go under... here we go. Okay, yeah, it does tell you. Right, so we bought the car for just under 44,000 from one of the auctions. Now, I have just about taken every bit of this car off that I can, although by the looks of it, I've missed something there. That bit. Coolant reservoir. With some of these more, I say, unusual cars, there is a bit of try and find and rummage around to get the bits and pieces that you want. We're going to work on the engine. So I've hopefully got most bits for the engine. If you've not played Car Mechanic Simulator before, it's a fairly straightforward game in terms of building. This is one of these games that if I sit here and say to you, this game is great fun, it's very difficult to explain why this game is great fun, but it is just fantastic. Now, do we have upgraded pistons? We do. Let's get some of these. I figured I might as well splurge and get all of the fancy parts while we can. We will get normal piston rings. Let's get 6 of those. I don't know why. When I started working on this, I just assumed the M1 Procar had a V8. I just assumed that it did. But no, it is a straight 6 engine that we get in this one. That's on me. But yeah, we'll get all the pistons. We'll try and get a good chunk of power in this. Some of these I managed. Some of the bits. So getting the car from the auction site comes with most of the parts. And on this game, you can actually repair quite a lot of parts. So things like these rod caps, for example, whereas in previous Car Mechanic simulators you wouldn't be ever to be able to repair them. You can actually get away with repairing a lot more in terms of parts, which is cool. You can kind of do a lot of restoration work. You can save a bit of money. You can kind of do like the little mini game, if you will, to fix up as much of the engine as possible. There may be some bits that could have been performance that I haven't got it's been a while since I've played this game. I do forget. One thing I will say, and I did notice while flicking through, these engines, so as I said, this engine here, I mean, things like the crankshaft bearing cap, for example, okay, this is a generic part. This is shared by most of them. The pistons are shared by most of them. But there is quite a lot of unique stuff in this engine. It's quite different. In fact, this engine actually, we'll get to it as I'm building it. It's actually a little bit odd. But there's actually performance parts specifically for this engine, which is really cool. I'm sure we will see those as we go around. I need an oil pump. Can we get a performance oil? I mean, in reality, you could. I don't think we can. No, that's fine. Right, I think it's M88 is this. It's an i6 M88-1, which is just an easy way of typing in and finding bits you need for like specific parts. But yeah, there's actually quite a good selection. I know in earlier Car Mechanic Simulator games, when you got new sort of DLC cars, you got new cars, you didn't necessarily get very many performance parts, but this one here does have a whole bunch of performance parts specifically to this engine. So for example here, we get the entire engine head, which gives us 10% power, which is lovely. So, yeah. Now, so firstly with this engine, I mean, I presume this is how it is on the real car, but this engine, the spark plugs are buried in there. The spark plugs are super low, so you kind of have an engine. It's kind of got two cylinder heads, one on top of the other. And I've never, in all my time playing Car Mechanic Simulator, I've never come across this before, personally. So I did a long time ago, did do some, training to be a mechanic. I've never come across or heard of a car having, an i6 having this kind of setup. It's a very peculiar one. It's very peculiar that only engine head A gets a performance one, engine head B doesn't. Yeah, I'm sure someone who knows more about mechanics than me will have other examples of a car that has a setup like this. Now, admittedly, there might be an element of it. You know, it's being a game with and the way it is working. It does look like they would come in two separate parts. It's an odd way. Cool, really cool. I mean, it's fun to have slightly different stuff like this. It's fun to have a different engine style to work on. These spark plugs would be an absolute nightmare to try and change. I feel sorry for any. I feel sorry for anybody. I guess though, let's face it, it's a full-on race car at this point. The engines will be stripped down and rebuilt a lot more regularly than, you know, a normal road car. But still, that's an awkward way to go about it. Right, intake manifold. Let's go and stick this on the side. I mean, it looks really cool. This car as well. This has got the manifolds on this have the most bolts of anything that I have come across in Car Mechanic Simulator. In all the time playing all the different ones, these have got a lot. Thankfully, they are quite short bolts, so they're quite quick to do up. It's also got water manifold. I haven't seen one of those on a Car Mechanic Simulator vehicle before, which is pretty. It's a neat engine, isn't it? It's a full-on race car engine. It's going to have some quirks, shall we say? But it's good to see that it hasn't just sort of slapped a generic straight six in here, because there are various straight sixes in the game. It's got a proper full-on, everything is different, which is really, really cool. It's going to get lots of shiny bits and pieces. Stuck on this, we can get the manifold. So yeah, these are all custom. It's very shiny. Christ, this is the shiniest trumpets you ever did see. Fantastic. God, it's so reflective. I'm not even sure what is red that you are reflecting. What is red? Is it just the... Maybe just the throttles, actually. Yeah, I guess maybe the throttles themselves were red. I wasn't paying full attention, possibly. Fuel injector, so we've got a performance one of those. That's another 4% power. It's shiny. Well, all the performance parts are shiny and red. That is how you can tell. That is how you can tell that they are good. I'm just going to buy all of these parts. I thought I bought most of the random bits that I might need, but there's always something you forget when going through. Right. Oh, it's also got, I say, a funky distributor. I guess it makes sense, like, packaging-wise, it's quite neat, the way they've got it set up here. But, again, it's completely different to anything that I've really seen from cars in this game before. Again, which is really cool. And that's what you want. At the end of the day, what you want from a DLC like this is to have different stuff, more unique things. I think it's cool to have the M1 Procar. You know, the M3 and to an extent the 2002 Turbo, not particularly surprised to see them in a DLC like this, but Procar is really cool. And I guess you can do stuff like this that you wouldn't necessarily normally get. And I'm just biased with the 635. It's just the 635s are just cool. I need cam gears. You cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong with them whatsoever. I mean, I say it's not the most exciting. Again, the engine is all a lot of unique parts in that one. Oh, let's go and put that on. It does have an awful lot of these camshaft caps. I mean, that's not a big... I don't even think I bought enough. I bought a whole bunch of them thinking, yeah, we'll just shove these on. Have I just bought enough? We've got 4 more to go. Oh, I'm one short. Damn it! Ah. I guessworked it because I didn't really count it when I was going through, and it was, you know, that when it comes to Car Mechanic Simulator, sometimes you get a little bit lazy and you just chuck them on and see what happens, or you guesswork it. I was trying to not have. What am I looking for? I'm looking. There we go. We need one of them, and then that lot there is done. We can shove that together. I don't know what else I've forgotten from in there. Have I forgotten anything in there? I don't think so. Maybe I've forgotten something. Right, fuel filter. Can we get a performance one? We might be able to get... Yes, we can. I mean, it's only, you know, it's 0.6%. It's not exactly a big, powerful upgrade right there, but I shall take it. Now, what have I not done on this engine? Right, I'm going to guess. Stuff at the right, okay. I don't quite know how we're magically getting this chain on, but I'm not going to say anything about it. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how we've got that worked. Oh, but we have, so it's fine. Timing chain B, that can go up there. Okay, and then we can put the head cover on it. That one it did get repaired up. That's what we like. I mean, you can't repair absolutely everything that comes off an engine, but yeah, a good amount can do. Ignition wires, I think I have a performance one of those. I do. That will nice and red wires. Oh, I only bought one of them because I didn't realise we needed 2. Right, back over here. M88 will do the job, and then we need another one of those. I don't know whether. I think timing cover. I think I repaired that, if I remember correctly. And then we've got another little timing chain to go on, and then we can have the cover on it. Oh, I did buy one, and I repaired it anyway. Right, that can get installed. Fantastic. The engine is coming together nicely. Crankshaft pulley. It has its own crankshaft pulley. Actually, quite unusual. A lot of them use the same sort of the V8 pulley, but yeah, again, pretty much all of it is custom on here. Alternator is normal one. Oh, there might be a performance version for that, but I mean, we're not making the very fastest vehicle. I need idle rollers. Do I have a water pump pulley? No, I do not. Right, water pump pulley, that one. And what I'm going to just do is grab a bunch of these, because you always need them when rebuilding an engine. On this game, it's like the rubber bushings. The million rubber bushings is the way to just buy a load of them, and we go through them in time, and then we can have a little roller down here, and then we will have a belt. Did I buy one? I did. Fantastic. Right, and that looks like most of the front end of the engine is done. It wants an i4 oil filter. Why am I checking that? It doesn't. Maybe did the previous game have it? Maybe not. Oil filter i4 one that can go in here. Lovely stuff. And then I think it's mostly just gearbox at this point. don't think we need anything else. I swear I bought a flywheel. Apparently not, but that's okay. There's still one flywheel for all. I think I repaired up the clutch stuff. The clutch plate can get repaired now, which is... Well, I say now. I don't remember it being... The pressure plate can't. Maybe it always could. But, yeah. Right. That one. And I think the release bearing can get fixed. The pressure plate can't be fixed, but the rest of it can. And that can... maybe not. Guesswork does not always work. Ooh! I haven't worked on the Porsches. I think I've got the Porsches, but I haven't actually gone and had a play around with them. But yeah, there's plenty of custom bits. Right. Engine. Engine looks pretty good here. I mean, it's a very cool looking engine. I mean, it looks pretty good as in terms of it's completed. But also, it's just a very cool engine, full stop. Right. What we are going to want to do now is if we go... Take engine from stand. So we're just kind of stuck it in our pocket and then we're going to run across here. Thankfully, you don't have to fight with moving an engine hoist all the way across the workshop to go and pick the engine up. We can just click a couple of buttons. I mean, this is the easiest install in history. I want to go and put this lovely, shiny, brand new engine into the car. And there we go. Right, let's move that out of the way. Haha! Look at that. It is very cool looking engine. Okay, so I say the difficult bit is done. Can I... That's just interior detailing. No, okay, we'll clean the car later. Running gear. How much of this has been fixed up? Good question. Don't know. We will look at that's fixed up. So the suspension layout for this, by the looks of it, well, I say by the looks of it, a lot of these just use a double wishbone suspension. I presume this is roughly what's on the real car, but there are no particular custom parts when it comes to the running gear, which is a little bit of a shame. We are going to need... Alright, we're going to need... Do you get custom? I don't actually remember. I'm going to guess... Oh, you do? Ooh, this is new. I did not... I don't know whether the... I guess... Okay, I feel like... I mean, we can get 600 quid, and the brakes on my RS6 are not carbon ceramic, and they cost me a hell of a lot more than that. I guess we get carbon ceramics at the front, and shall we get some good brakes for the rear. I don't know if this is actually going to let me do this. I've never tested this. It does. Oh, that's really cool. I have not played around with this game for a while. Did not know we got upgraded, like, brake parts. That's awesome. Did we get upgraded pads then? No. Okay, well, there's just the fact that there is upgraded brake discs is cool. I don't know when that came in, but that's awesome. So yeah, we can have some big brakes on the rear. Calipers, they can normally be repaired. I have a lot of them hanging around from the various rebuilds over the time playing this game. We will need bearings. Now, if I knew everything that I needed, I would make like use the shopping list or whatever. Actually, I'm probably not going to need 4 because the front. No, just I think the front will have a bearing, and then you'll have like a cap on it or something. But never mind. Right, I've got to, it might be easier just lift the car up into the sky with you. We go to fix the suspension on this. Right, rear suspension arm C. We do have one of those. We've used up almost all of our rubber bushings. This is why you buy in bulk. I've got to build shock absorbers. Oh, God, I forgot about that part. That's a pain. Right, gearbox. Let's put a new gearbox on here. We can get that stuck there. Hello, dog. Do you want to help me build a BMW? Yeah, you wouldn't be able to go in this car. You could probably sit on the passenger seat. I'm not sure you'd like being in this car. It would probably be very loud. Actually, it would be very loud. That probably not too bad. With loud cars and whatnot, but I'm not sure he's going to quite like this. So, what, screw it, let's put the exhaust on. There's a performance exhaust a 5% increase, and a very shiny exhaust. Well, you know, the important things, the shiniest parts. I will go and build all the... How do I not have that? Maybe I'm broke. Was car missing a corner? Maybe. So is upper suspension arm B. If I just go X and X. Right, we don't want Jag stuff. Right. And then if we go... okay, right. There are good ways of searching for stuff. Okay. Upper suspension arm, and it was upper suspension arm B. Don't know if the front is going to use the same. I'm going to get 3 of them. I've got plenty of money in this game, so doesn't matter too much. Ooh, I haven't done much with the electric cars. I think I've rebuilt one. I think I did a video on one a while ago when the game first came out. When they first came out, yeah. I need rubber bushings as well. It's always the rubber bushings. Well done for those of you who remember when I played a lot. I played a lot of 2018 version of this game, and I would always forget the rubber bushings. Always the bit that goes walkabouts when you are rebuilding a car. They just vanish. I say they just vanish. You should never buy enough of them, and I never remember them. But this time we have got a bulk buy of them. Okay, the cover. I have got 1 of those. Fantastic. We've got a wheel hub. Do. Look at the lovely shiny car. Okay, brake disc. Don't put the carbon ceramic ones. Put that one on. We should have a bearing that we can slot in there, which we do. Can't remember if I have a drive shaft. I do not. Drive axle B. That's not too bad. Oh, it would be a rear drive axle B. Yeah, so running gear wise, I don't think there's anything outside of me being excited about the different brakes, which is nothing specifically to do with this DLC. I don't think there is any, certainly not on these 2 that I've had a poke around. There is not anything unique to it. Do I have a starter motor? I do. Happy days. We can shove that on there and be done. Out of curiosity, how much is the car worth now? Okay, so at the moment, I've already made a huge amount of profit. We've made 54,000 credits in profit. I don't know if that counts me buying stuff for the car, like the cost of the random bits of parts that I've needed. This is going to make a good chunk of money. I mean, this is how you make money in this game, but essentially. Does this car not have a front subframe of any sort? I don't think it does, you know. Right. Hello, dog. Hello. People are allowed to walk outside the house, you know. No, this doesn't look like this has any sort of front subframe, which it might be one of the first cars I've come across in this game that doesn't have. I say traditionally they will have some sort of subframe. I'm going to guess, being like a race car, it's all kind of. It's not really see this. I'm just curious. Cause I've not seen. When I loaded this game up to go and do this video, I had an XJ220 that I rebuilt and sold it to get the money for all of this. From, I guess, the last time I was on here. And yeah, that's got a front subframe. So, yeah, this just doesn't have one. Man, I can say that's fine. It doesn't really. It's just all bolting in there. I mean, it's just one bit of metal anyway at that point. Okay, let's get these big carbon ceramic brakes on there. We will get a bearing in there. We will need the hubcap. Have I got any? I have, but they're all wrecked. Hubcap. Let's get a couple of those. All right, brake pads on. We'll stick the brakes on. Then we'll fart around with the suspension. Hopefully, I will be able to repair the wheels, so I don't have to buy more of them. I will need tie rods because I never remember to buy them. 2 of them. Oh, and 2 of them. And we will need a sway bar, which I won't have. Front sway bar, and we'll need an end link, but I don't know which one, so I won't buy and gamble. End link B. Fantastic. There's 2 of those. Lovely stuff. Right. Stick that on. This corner will mostly be sorted then, and then it's just doing the suspension all around. I don't know how much of the suspension I can repair. We will have a go. We will have an investigate, and we will see what magic I can come up with. It is nice that there's so much of the car can be repaired in this. Right. Oh, wait. Bottom suspension arm A is what we wanted. Forgot how many things are going to come up when you type in arm on this one. There's a lot of like supporting arms for for timing gear on the engines as well. So that's probably not the cleverest way of doing it. Okay, end link on there. As far as rebuilds go, this one is definitely. But it's no means overly fiddly. The engine is a fun. It's fun rebuilding the Procar. Outside of me just being a huge fan of this particular vehicle, it's a fun rebuild on working on the engine because it is just very different. It's just a very different style of engine, which is awesome to have. Okay, and then we've got why can the tie rods? I was gonna say, why on one side is it letting me put the wheel on and this side not? But it's because I haven't got these on. Right. Tie rods are in. Fantastic. So yeah, the suspension does sit a little bit floaty on there. Don't know whether like the bodywork might hide it. Regardless, we are going to separate parts. There's a lot of double wishbone shock absorbers hanging around. Right, let's take that. Separate that. What suspension layout do you? Okay, you've got that. Is it McPherson strut? Is that the one I'm thinking of? There. What have you got on the rear? Can't really tell because you're missing most of it. But yeah, that's also a fairly normal setup for a car in Car Mechanic Simulator. We'll put you back down on the floor. That's fine. Take that and separate one more of these. Don't know whether any of these are repairable. The spring won't be. The top bit maybe. The cap might be. Oh, that's bodywork repairing. No. Okay, so I've got to buy that all again. And I was not paying attention to... we want... The spring should be all the same. I think. I'm trying to remember whether there's... Okay, no, it's just double wishbone shock absorber, so we just need 4 of them. You know what? I'm not expecting there to be this, but I'm going to check if there is any suspension performance parts. Oh, well, that's not how you spell spring. I doubt it. No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe we'll get some of those at some point along the way. Right, so we want... I guess we want 2 front springs, 2 rear springs. We want double wishbone shock absorber. See, I think this car had, I think it had the same all around, but you know what? I'm going to get a couple of those just in case. And then we need front shock absorber cap and rear shock absorber cap. Okay, and then then we do this one. And then we've got to go through the... Oh, I have some hanging around. You really don't tell me which one is which. Wait, double wishbone shock absorber rear. Okay, no, you do. Why am I'm blind today? I'm sorry. It's been a long day, all right? It's been a long day. Apparently, I just can't read. We can put the rear. We will put the rear parts on the rear shock and the front parts on the front shock. Okay, that seems like a reasonable idea. Don't trust me to rebuild your car. That's to be fair. All of my videos on Car Mechanic Simulator are basically don't trust Alex to rebuild your car. It's probably for the best. It's probably safe. A safe bet is don't trust me to rebuild your car. I don't know very much about car. I mean, I know some. Just don't trust me to do it. It's as simple as that, really. Right. We will get this on, and then we've got to do the other fiddly bit, of course. So with this, I say fiddly bit, but this game has got a little bit more detail than the earlier ones. And while this is not unique to these Beamers, we do have to do things like fluids. We do have to do a little bit of electrics. It's not crazy level of electrics, thankfully, but we will have to do it. Battery. Do I have a battery? No, I do not. I could charge it. Can you get a performance battery in this game? Let's have a look. No, well, you can, but not for us. We will just get a general. Oh, it's not under there. That's why, because it's in the electric shop, isn't it? Let's get a normal battery. Can't remember what other electric stuff we might need in this car. Windshield washer reservoir. No, that's not been fixed. Brake servo has been fixed. Cool. Fuse box has been fixed. Lovely stuff. Now, I did buy a whole bunch of these, so I should have enough fuses to go and put the car. Thankfully, you don't have to do all the wiring like you do in like My Summer Car or whatever. It's just put some fuses in, and then the car knows what it's doing. It's very helpful, honestly. If cars' electrics were this easy, it'd be fine. Right. Oh, and there's a little one there. That's in there. Fantastic. And then we put the cover on it, and that's hopefully been repaired. It has. Lovely stuff. Radiator. Did we fix that? We did. Okay, so we will need... I'm going to presume it's in this shop. It is. Window washer reservoir. That will do. But I don't think this car has any particularly funky... Outside of the engine, doesn't have any really unusual stuff. I will say I saw in the XJ220 to kind of fit everything in and to make it look the part. It's actually quite an interesting way they went about like I say working on that. They basically use like a normal air filters like down the side of the car to kind of make it look like, I guess, intakes, which is quite a fun way of doing it. Okay, that can go on there. Do I need anything else in here? Fuel tank, I'm going to presume I do need the fuel tank. Right, you go up, and then we will shove a fuel tank in you. It's quite a, quite significant, really. I feel like I'd have had more luck putting this fuel tank in with the car down than I would, because I've now got to work around the exhaust. Okay, fuel tank, yes. I'm pretty sure there's a performance fuel pump. There is. God knows how much power. I didn't know. I didn't check to see how much power this car... Actually, well, this car didn't run when I got it here because it was missing a bunch of stuff. But, so I don't know how much power this car started with. But we're definitely going to have got a decent amount. That's a fiddly one to fit, but there we go. Right. Fuel pump is in. Let's just see. How is the car doing? So far, so good. What bits are missing? Looks like just body work now. As far as I can see. Vintage race tyres and all of that we will buy. Yeah, okay. We are just down to bodywork, oil, coolant. When we put coolant in, window washers and all of that stuff. Let's go and separate the... Did this really only come with 2 wheels? I must have done. Oh, that's annoying. So I can repair the wheels, but I'm going to buy a couple. I say it was a cheap M1 Procar at auction. Probably don't expect too much from it, but it would have been helpful had we got that one. Now. I just put some wheels in my inventory, game. Oh, I keep forgetting that's for bodywork, not for parts. Right. We should be able... So, in case you haven't seen the repairing minigame, the worse the condition of the part, the tougher this kind of clicking the green... Are they both now fixed? Oh, because that's this double... What am I doing? Right. Okay, so they both got fixed fantastically. Can you tell me... No, I don't want to do that. Okay, I guess add to shopping list. Oh, and then add that one. because I'm pretty sure they're different sizes. Or are the wheels may be the same? Actually, what do I say about the wheels being different? The tyres are definitely different sizes. I know why, because the X8020 I built earlier, I don't remember this shop, if I'm being honest. It was a shop here. You can add spoiler. I couldn't add a spoiler to a Procar. As much as I love a mighty wing, they've got a mighty enough wing to start with. You do not mess with the the M1 Procar is one of the few things. Sorry, it's an M4, not an M3. Same bloody things. Anyway, you could add those wheels on. I think I do prefer these ones. Okay, it was a 16. Oh god, it was a 16, wasn't it? Okay, fantastic. And then the tyres. Vintage. Yeah, okay, so they did need 2 different tyres. Okay, we will do that. Go back, tyre shop. So, vintage race tyre. We need a 205 55 R16. Sure, let's go. Let's go with this one. 205. So we need 2 of these 16s. 205 55. I'll get those. And the other one was 2. They are very small tyres. I just assumed they were way bigger. 225 50. Yeah, okay. There, I learned something new. 60. 225 50. Yeah, I would have expected the rears on that to be 305s or 285s or something like that. Right, okay. So I guess we will stick. Let's get the 205s on the front. I mean, it is an older race car. What was it, 80s? 80s race car? So yeah, maybe that is why. Let's get that going, and then while we're doing that, we can balance it. It's not much of a mini game. You just spin the thing around, and there we go. That's done. Take that. Take that. Let's install. These are the slightly bigger ones. I have to remember to put the right tyres on the right place on the car, because otherwise the game gets angry if you have different sized tyres on the same axle, which is understandable. I don't want to put 255s down like one side. having them on the in this case, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if you have drastically different tyres. You wouldn't want ones just all down the left hand side have the big tyres. Yeah, that's not going to go very well. Right, that wheel there is balanced. I will take you, again, trying to be as efficient as possible. And there, and around we go. And then we've just got to clean up the car. Always important stage, and then do the bodywork. It's fine. Right, rear. Where are the big tyres? That is the big tyre. Lovely gold wheel on this one. There we go. I do love how it's got. It's very. So it's got the single, I guess, quick release wheel nut that kind of goes over the Car Mechanic gem. You know what? That should be the thing that we're doing up. But let's not ask a million questions. It's fine. We will bolt these ones on, and then we've got to do bodywork, and then we've got to clean it, and then it'll be ready to go. Yeah, as I said, these you couldn't have sold me on a BMW DLC much better in this game if you tried with the car selection. Let's go and do an interior shot. But it's been a fun rebuild, that's for sure. Let's get that. Let's get them. Right, interior assemble. Here we go. Let's get some Procar seats in there. I'm doing this before I do the bodywork because it's just much easier. And plonk, brand new wheel on. I mean, they are a little bit too road car in terms of the sort of style of those. We're gonna have can have a hood. Do we have a headlight? Well, we don't have a fixed headlight. Do we have a... Nope, don't have a fixed one of those either. Front bumper? Yes, there we go. Fantastic. So I have repaired the front bumper. I don't think I got the fenders repaired. Nope, they were wrecked. Do we have a door? Nope, it didn't come with a door. I'd forgotten that. Did the trunk get fixed? No, it didn't. Not much of this did get fixed. Well, the rear bumper, not much of the bodywork was savable. Well, that door did. Right, we're going to need all the glass. So if we go to body shop, select the Procar. We needed a right door. Pretty sure we need both fenders. We need those. I think we need both of those. I'm just going to buy them anyway. I can sell them if we don't. Buy all of the windows. And that should be us set. Right, we've got these little windows here that are a slight faff. Oh, I thought I bought a trunk. I didn't. Get that. And the boot includes a mighty wing. Look at that. It's a glorious wing. That's why, you know, you can't mess with perfection. It's already got the most glorious of mighty wings going. So why would you mess with that? Okay, headlights can sit in there. Fender can go on. It's a little bit tacky until you've got all of the colours. Yeah, I mean the colours aren't quite right with the random black parts, but there we go. Now I think that is we've just got tail lights. Rear window? Ah, okay. You don't really, oh god, you barely notice it with the trunk on. There we go. And then we will get some taillights added. And license plates, do I have any? I have a random license plate in bad condition. So what we're going to do is license plate shop. Where shall this car be from? I've got my eyes closed. We shall... Here. Croatia. Sure, okay. Sure, we'll add a couple of plates on the car. Yeah, it's a Croatian M1 Procar. Is there a racetrack? I want to say yes. I'm trying to remember what. Actually, does this only have? This probably doesn't have a front number plate. I've bought two and I don't need it because I suspect. Yeah, it's only got a rear license plate. Okay, so the car is fully rebuilt. It's going to sell for 219,000 credits. That's a nice profit. That profit's not quite right. However, I am probably. I did add performance parts to it. But I'm probably going to have made about 100,000 on this rebuild, which is cool. But before we do sell it, can I remember normal mode, please? That's why it's having issues. Can we go to the car wash with you? Can I remember? Oh, I teleport to it. Fantastic. Right, car wash. You want to wash the car? Yes. And then it will look glorious. Should look glorious. It does look glorious. Look at that. I mean, the red and black kind of works if it wasn't so higgledy-piggledy. Like the black headlights and black fenders kind of look a little bit menacing. But the rest of it, no. Paint shop with you. Will I be able to... okay, paint shop. Paint the car. Yes. I don't think you have any, like, liveries for it. No. We will then just go for... Oh, what colour? Shall we have a nice... that's not quite the purple that I would like. I mean, it's got to be orange, right? If in doubt, make the car orange. I could have sworn there were some cars get liveries. I was hoping to make it the proper old school... like I say old school, like the traditional white, blue Procar livery that I associate with this one. But I will take an orange Procar. And there are a couple of other bits that I do need to do, actually. Put it back on the second lifter. I haven't filled up a couple of the reservoirs. Don't try and drive it. It's got no oil in it. that's the... Oop. Brake server cat. Yeah, we'll have no braking. Oh, God, that would be dangerous. Yeah, no fluid in there. That's not what you want when you go take it out on a track. I mean, the window washer fluid you'll get away with. I mean, it's not ideal, but you'd be fine. I mean, I'd presume a race car wouldn't even have one, right? Because I have tear-offs. I can't. I mean, like if it was just like a converted road car, you might still have it, but this was a purpose-built race car. So yeah, you wouldn't really have one of them. I did notice this does have, so to fill up the oil, it actually has got this little sort of like side section, which is just like again, neat little feature to have the more, I say, more accurate way of doing it. Yeah, it's cool. I've really enjoyed my time being back on this game. I do appreciate this is a very long video. It should. Whoop. I've got too carried away. I was looking at Audacity. You can tell I'm having fun with this by the fact that this is so far 40-something minutes in, and the time has flown by. I hope if you're still sat there watching this now, because it's just been fun. It's just been a fun rebuild. This is one of those games like Euro Truck Simulator. If I try to explain to you why I can lose a lot of hours playing it, it's very difficult to explain why. But it's just something nice about going and rebuilding these cars, and yeah. That's awesome. Let's go to the racetrack. Let's go and take... Oh, I have an XJS outside, of course I did. That's not. That doesn't start. That definitely doesn't start. That definitely doesn't start. That definitely doesn't start. Wheels are not aligned. Oh, actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's just... I can drive without it being aligned. Huh. It may drive in an odd way. I forgot it has all of that as well. Yeah, you got to do the alignment. It's been so long since I played this game, I forgot about all the little details and that it goes into and everything. It's going to handle a little bit funky. I didn't put it on a dyno as well. All of this stuff we need to do. Ooh, oh god, vintage tyres. Yeah, it's not as grippy as the full-on slicks. Whoa, hello. Wait, it goes into second and it's just wants to spin. Okay. I love how, like, high in the rev range, it's fine. But, oh, there we go. Right. Open the taps. Oy, it is a bit wandery. Probably should have aligned the wheels. I don't know why it spins the wheels. I'm going to blame the alignment. Uh-oh. Let's just return to the garage. Let's go and run it on a dyno. Let's go run it through the alignment-y stuff. It does see the second you change gears. I mean, I'm driving on the keyboard because I've not got a controller plugged into the computer at the moment. I can't even remember whether this game... I presume it does allow a controller to do the driving part. I've never really tried it much. I mean, the driving's not the main aspects of this. Oh, not that. Okay. Move the car to the test path. Is this where we get the dyno? No, I don't think so. Right, test path. You want to with the test path. I don't think this is actually what I want to be doing. I mean, the brakes should be astonishingly good. Can't fault them. One of these things is for the headlights, I think. Headlight alignments that I do remember vaguely doing on this game. Maybe we have to go through all of this. Oh, now you got to shake my car apart. Please don't break my... I mean, to be fair, though, if it's a race car, it should be able to deal with a little bit of shaking. If it can't do that, you're in trouble. It should be all 100%. I promise I rebuilt the car using only the finest parts. Oh, the interior needs a clean as well. I was just thinking it was terrible 80s. But... Right, wheel alignment. Okay. Ah, right, that's what it wants. It wants everything to be at... Whoop. At 0. Whoop, okay. To align wheels, get rid of any deviation. Oh, maybe that's like how much it was out rather than like the actual camber and toe, etc. Headlight alignment. I mean, the lights... Oh, apparently it's aligned there. Fantastic. Oh, wait, that was only one side. Not that... I don't think this really matters. I can still sell the car. This doesn't hinder it from being sold or whatever. Okay. Right. Now, shall we try again? Oh, I was going to put it on a dyno. I might not have... Oh, I haven't unlocked the dyno. Can I... I don't know. I used all my skill points. I can't run it on the dyno. Don't know how much power it has. Nobody knows. It's just a lot. Okay, let's try once more. We will try and send it around a racetrack. And this time it might be... It'll wander less. I think it's still going to... The wheel spin, I don't think was to do with the alignment. Or maybe that's just the way the game simulates it being out of alignment. Let's see if it does. No, it's still quite savage. I mean, again, it's a race car, and it's not on slicks. I do remember on this game, when you had an iffy driving car, you just slapped slicks on it, and it made it better. Yeah, this thing is savage. We got to be a little careful with the old Procar here. Yeah, it really... This oddly, it is when it's changed gear it wants to go. Yeah, it's that... yeah, it's almost like it doesn't quite want to go into gear. Oh, how much grip do you have? Not that much, not that much. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Mostly fine. Little bit less fine. Okay, carefully does it through this section. Don't spin the wheels up too much, even though it wants to. Oh god, dog wants attention, wants to knock my hand away from the keyboard. Hello, Apollo. Do you approve of the BMW? Oh no, you're going that way. Ugh. No, we are all over the place. It's fine. It is very... Whee! No, it's a very fiddly car to drive. Whee! It's so dangerous. Maybe putting modern race tyres on it would be the way to go. As I've got performance parts on this. This is obviously kicking out more power than it was initially intended to. By a good chunk, it's probably got 40% more power, 30% more power. As I said, it's got a decent amount of performance upgrades, considering the engine is almost entirely unique to this vehicle. And I don't know this track in the slightest. It's been a very long time. No, since I have driven on this game. Please go in a straight line. It's more the wheel spin. We are on a terrible line through here. Don't know how fast I can go. Pretty sure the car's bottoming out a little bit. Whoa! It's going to snap sideways a bit through here as well. All is fine. All is fine. There's a corner coming up here. That's quite a nice corner. You can chuck the vehicle through there. Yeah, I mean, it is terrifying to drive. Some of that's being on keyboard. Some of that is, yeah. It needs some slicks, I think. Some of that is old tyres. Really cool vehicle, though. So yeah, I think by the time this video goes out, the DLC for this will be out now, or maybe out tomorrow. It'll be out very soon. I've actually really enjoyed going back to this game, and you could really... Unless you included an 850 CSI, you couldn't do a better job of convincing me to go and have a look at some BMWs, basically. Yeah, it's good fun. I've had a lot more fun going back to this game than I expected. I've made a way longer video than I intended on it doing, but, you know, here we are. I hope you have all enjoyed this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.